We want to become foster parents because we had the space, we had the time, and we had hearts that wanted to love children. And God just put in our path to be able to have the opportunity to open up our home.
We didn't want to squander the resources that we had and to use those to serve kids that were in need.
When I was younger, I would watch the news with my parents, and every week they would have a segment on kids who needed a home. And I would always beg my parents to adopt all of those kids. And I always said, when I grow up, I'm gonna adopt all of those kids. So when I got older, I kept thinking, it's not the right time, it's not the right time, and eventually I realized it's never gonna be the perfect time, so I just jumped into it.
1, 2, 3.
I'm a product of a foster family. My grandparents in the 30s were foster parents in New York State, and they adopted 3 boys. My father, one of them, the oldest, was a family adoption, but they had to go through the state. And I was raised by my grandparents, and they just were full of love. And I've always taken care of children, adults. It's just ingrained in me to be loving and to take care of people, especially children. I feel that I have a purpose in life, and my purpose in life is to take care of children that need love. I feel like I have an abundance of love, and I need someplace to put it.
Our church posted information about how many children in North Carolina are in the foster care system and how many children need parents to be in the foster care system so that they have a safe place to go. And the numbers were absolutely staggering. And after we saw that information, Fred and I talked and realized that there was probably a way that we could help volunteer with that issue. That would encourage people to take on the fostering role. So we completed the foster care training so that we could be respite parents.
What's kept me to be a foster parent for the length of time that I've done it is because the purpose in my life. Having children in my life keeps me young, keeps me active, and fulfills me. And I love having fulfillment. And the love that I receive from the children in return is, you just can't put a price tag on children's love.
We have navigated shared parenting by keeping the parents updated with anything that's going on with the children, sending them encouraging messages and photos, making sure that they're aware of how the kids are growing and developing, and just coming alongside them in a loving way.
We get various age children and siblings at the same time, mainly because this is an opportunity. They're in different foster homes or foster communities, and this is an opportunity for them to get together and spend a weekend or a week together, because they would normally not get that being at separate houses.
My experience with fostering to adopt has been that no experience is quite the same, and you have to expect the unexpected. There isn't a timeline, there aren't answers to every question. But I will say that having Crossnor was really helpful for me along that journey.
We do plan lots and lots of activities, but we don't necessarily spend lots of money. There are 3 local parks that we can walk to from our house. We always go to the public library. We always plan a craft. We also always do cooking activities. With the young kids, we always make chocolate chip cookies. With older kids, we just let them tell us what their favorite dish is, and then we shop for that and teach them how to make it. just those kinds of things are things that we do. Oh, and I can't forget, we play lots and lots of cards. We've found that everybody we have likes to play cards, and they teach us new games and we teach them games.
With additional siblings, it's been really fun to coordinate visits, to get to know all the kids. There's 7 of them in total in this family, and so it's been really neat to know all their different personalities, especially just in their experience of what they've been through.
Yes, to be able to come alongside the other siblings in their situations. As our children are so young, it kind of, explaining to them and showing them like these are also your siblings as well, and keeping the family together as much as we can.
Turning a teenager around is quite difficult. I have done it with a couple. In fact, one of the young ladies that came into my life is now my daughter, and she's made me the proud grandma of 3 children. She came in as an on-the-street IV drug user, and now she is a success story. She's graduated from high school with honors at the age of 17 with a baby. She's gone on to become a phlebotomist, and she works at Mission Hospital. She's one of the best mothers I think I've ever known. She even corrects me at times.
I would tell someone thinking about becoming a foster parent that probably the best information I received was from other foster parents, just talking about their experience, things that happened that they didn't expect. And I think the best advice that I received was that you can't really prepare ahead of time, that it's better to wait until you have a placement and then get the things that you need.
The training that Crossnoor provided was immensely helpful to help us understand how much to do. And I would actually suggest that somebody would start as a respite foster family and then decide to move into the regular foster.
Sometimes I feel like I get more out of it than the children do. It's just, I just feel like it's a nice way to share a gift if you love children.
If somebody were to approach me and ask me about foster parenting, I would tell them that it was the most rewarding thing they could probably ever do. If they wanted to feel fulfilled in life and feel loved, then they'd have to share it.
If you are thinking about becoming a foster parent, if it's something that's been on your heart, we would highly encourage you. There's such a great need. There's so many children who need a soft, safe place to land. If this is ever something that you feel has been pressed on your heart, we would encourage you to open the door for these children to come and to have a safe place to be during this hard time in their life.
And you'll never regret it. It's a wonderful experience. It stretches you, it challenges you, and God shapes you to be the parents that these children need.